In the headlines, Kano women train as tricycle riders to serve women and children, bridging transport and employment gaps. Residents protest local government's order to relocate Taraba Market in Taraba. 7 persons injured as 3-story building collapses in Rivers State. On the foreign scene, Israel says Hezbollah not meeting ceasefire terms. Good evening and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. I am Aisha Salihu. Thank you for joining us. The news in detail. We begin in Kano State, northwest Nigeria. In the bustling streets of Kano, where tradition meets modernity, a group of women is breaking barriers and challenging stereotypes. They are training to become tricycle riders, an unusual sight in a male-dominated sector. Their goal? To serve women and children exclusively, ensuring comfort, safety, and a new source of income for themselves. Trust TV's correspondent brings us their inspiring story.
For Habiba Sani, unemployment after graduation was a harsh reality. Now, she finds hope behind the handlebars of a tricycle. Alongside her are other women with similar stories, united by the desire to create a safer and more inclusive public transport option for Kano's women and children.
I
decided to join this business because after school, I couldn't find a job. I also think women would prefer female riders for safety and comfort, so I love this idea. Amina Sani, another trainee, shares a similar sentiment, emphasizing the importance of this service in addressing the unique needs of women in the community.
I
enrolled in this because I want women to have a safe female-only option for transport without having to ride with men. In Kano, where transportation often comes with cultural sensitivities, these women are reshaping the narrative. Tricycles with gender-sensitive seating are already a common sight, but the idea of female riders adds an unprecedented layer of safety and trust. Salma Abdullahi, a mother and one of the trainees, highlights the broader impact of this initiative.
We hope
there will be many more tricycles to provide transport for women and children. We were idle at home in the past, but now with this job, we hope that we will get what we need to support our children's education. With determination and a shared vision, these women are not just learning to ride, they are driving a movement for change in Kano. As the tricycles begin to roll out, these trailblazing women remind us that innovation and progress often come from the most unexpected places. Their story is a testament to the power of resilience and the pursuit for a better future. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Trust TV News, Kano.
Quite an inspiring story there. And now away from that to a sad development, a Saturday morning fire devastated the popular Sokoto's Kara Grains Market, destroying grains and properties worth millions of naira. The inferno, which occurred at the market, destroyed over 50 grinding shops, with many nearby houses also affected. Although the cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained, the incident has caused significant financial losses to those affected, with damages estimated to exceed 50 million naira. The fire destroyed food items, including rice, millet, beans, and sacks of other goods stored for business purposes. Among the victims was Glory Matthew Abba, a shop owner who lost his grinding engine valued at 1.8 million naira. Another victim, Aliyu Achida, lost his house and food crops, including rice, millet, and beans, amounting to a total loss of approximately 3 million naira. The Sokoto State Emergency Management Agency and the National Emergency Management Agency responded to the disaster by conducting a joint assessment to the affected areas. Officials visited the damaged parts of Taraba Market to evaluate the situation and reassured the victims of their commitment to providing support in the aftermath of the fire. Gwari sellers in the Gwari Market located in Turaki A ward and youth in the area have expressed strong opposition to the local government's directive to relocate the market to Kona ward, Jalingo. They argue that the new location is unfavorable and lacks the facilities and security they currently enjoy. The report.
Dealers and sellers of perishable goods in Kasrongwari, Jalingo have voiced their displeasure over the relocation. They describe the market as a vital hub for trading goods brought from within and outside Taraba State. Buyers from various parts of the state frequent the market daily without incidents of harassment or intimidation. The sellers claim the current location is well secured and conducive for business, allowing them to transact smoothly with customers. They argue that relocating the market will not only disrupt their businesses but also force them to operate in an unsafe environment.
We are grateful for this new market as the old one was too small. This larger space allows trucks to bring and unload goods, making it the main market. Though some members opposed the move, they had asked for a better environment, and now they should comply to improve their business.
I am not in support of this relocation. This has been our source of income for a very long time. For me, this is the only place I know. If this move is not reversed, many like me will suffer because this market is our only hope.
Youth in the area have also raised concerns, emphasizing that the market serves as a source of livelihood for many who are unemployed. They worry that relocating the market will leave them without work, as the new location may not support the same level of economic activity.
I got involved in the Gwari Market Relocation issue because it benefits us. Before it came here, many youths were jobless and involved in crime. The presence of the market has reduced crime here. And if relocated, we question what the government plans for us. We elected our leaders to protect our interests, and we believe the local government chairman, whose family lives nearby, may have been misinformed. This decision would negatively affect his own family.
However, the vice chairman of the Gwari Sellers Association explained that the relocation was not done in secrecy. He noted that members were adequately informed about the plan, while acknowledging some members' reservations. He clarified that the old market can continue to operate, but truck deliveries will only be permitted at the newly relocated market.
We are upset because our leaders in the Gwari Sellers Association sold our assets and took our revenue without our knowledge. Now, they are pushing for the market's relocation without addressing these issues. We don't want to leave this peaceful area. After speaking with the local government chairman, we were told to settle it ourselves. But soon after, security forces tried to stop us from unloading goods, and there were threats of arrest or worse. We don't know where these orders are coming from and ask the government to intervene.
The Jalingo local government chairman, represented by his deputy, Honorable Nathaniel Tani, highlighted the state government's vision to enhance economic activities and agricultural potential in the state. He emphasized that the relocation is part of effort to expand Jalingo's economic landscape, positioning the market as a national hub for agricultural goods. Tani also urged the youth to support the initiative, stressing its benefit for the community and their families.
The government's goal in relocating this market is to expand business opportunities and foster unity across Jalingo and Taraba. This new location can accommodate 10 trucks, unlike the old market, which barely fit 3. The government's intentions are good and we must support them. Ensuring security and peace in the market is our collective responsibility. I urge our youth to cooperate with the marketers, as the market will provide jobs and benefit us all, not just Jalingo or Taraba, but the entire country.
The Commissioner of Commerce and Industry, Peter George, reinforced this perspective, explaining that the relocation aims to create a strategic interface for business activities across all 16 local government areas of Taraba State. He added that the move is designed to showcase the state's agricultural potential and attract both local and foreign investors.
First and foremost, they should appreciate His Excellency for this kind gesture. And secondly, they should stand to protect this market. Because if this market will succeed, it will be because of their effort. And if this market will fail, they are the people that are going to make it to fail. But I call on them to stand firm in protecting this market, to make sure that they contribute their quota in helping the Gwari sellers to make sure they achieve their goal in this market.
Traditional leaders from Kona Ward, the newly designated location for the market, attended the event and called on youth to avoid any actions that could incite chaos. They urged the government to address any concerns raised by the affected sellers and youth.
We have worked hard to establish this market, and now we must embrace and maintain it. Take two, we need to support our youth so that they can benefit. Gwari sellers, let's resolve any misunderstanding among ourselves without involving third parties. We promise to fully cooperate with the market management. In a few days, we will meet to discuss how to ensure smooth and peaceful coexistence between sellers, buyers, and the community.
The government has been advised to ensure the relocation process is inclusive and adequately addresses the needs of all stakeholders.
Now to security matters. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has rescued a day-old baby abandoned along a bush path near Crush Rock behind the uncompleted Red Bricks Market in Pape. On January 3, 2025, officers from the Pape Division's Juvenile and Women Care Section responded to a distress call and discovered the baby wrapped in a cloth. The infant was immediately taken to Pape Primary Healthcare Center, where medical professionals confirmed the baby's condition as stable. Acting on a tip from the community, police arrested the baby's mother, Khadija Ali, who confessed to abandoning her child. She cited her inability to care for the baby after being abandoned by her husband. The FCT Police Command condemned the act of child abandonment and reaffirmed its dedication to protecting vulnerable individuals. The rescued baby will be handed over to the Department of Social Welfare for care, while the mother will face prosecution under the Child Rights Act. Now, police operatives attached to the Imo State Police Command have successfully executed a daring rescue operation that led to the safe liberation of 4 kidnapped hostages. The operation, according to a statement by the force spokesman Muyiwa Adejobi on Sunday, was carried out on Saturday after the operatives received a distress call reporting the abduction of 4 persons in Umokane, Ohaji local government area of Imo State. He said that the police operatives swiftly swung into action, locating the criminal hideout and engaging the kidnappers in a fierce gun duel, during which 2 of the kidnappers were neutralized. The force PRO added that the success of the operation led to the rescue of the 4 victims and the recovery of 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 AK-47 magazine, and 21 rounds of live 7.62mm ammunition. The force reaffirmed its resolute devotion to combating heinous crimes such as this and assured members of the public that efforts to rid of criminal elements from our society will continue relentlessly, ensuring the safety and security of all residents. In another development on Friday, Adejobi said the police operatives attached to the Ebonyi State Command arrested 17 suspects in Enohia Item Village, Afikpo local government area for the murder of one Uromchi Okorocha, male who was accused by local youth of being involved in the killing of several individuals through alleged witchcraft and spiritual means. Now, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency began 2025 with significant victories in its fight against drug trafficking, arresting high-profile suspects and seizing substantial quantities of illicit substances across Nigeria. In Lagos, 61-year-old Alhaja Aishat Feisara Ajoke Eledie alias Iyaruka, a wanted drug pin and socialite, was arrested at her Okota mansion following the interception of a truck carrying 1,540 kilograms of cannabis linked to her operations, known publicly as a businesswoman and society figure. Her double life as a drug cartel leader was exposed after years on the NDLEA's watch list. In another high-profile operation, United States-trained Nollywood filmmaker and motivational speaker Emeka Emmanuel Mbadiwe was apprehended in Lekki. His associate, Uzokwe Ugochukwu James, was caught earlier at a warehouse in Ikeja with a shipment of 33 parcels of loud cannabis weighing 17.30 kilograms smuggled in wooden boxes from the United States. In Kwara, two young women, Khadijat Abdurrahim, a recent graduate, and Ayomide Morakinyo, a University of Ilorin student, were arrested for producing drug-laced cupcakes targeted at students. NDLEA operatives recovered 42 pieces of the cupcakes from their residence. An ex-convict, Shodade Sunday Eniola, was rearrested in Lagos for passport racketeering just months after serving time for drug trafficking. He was linked to a syndicate smuggling 52 passports concealed in shoelace soles and food items at the Lagos airport. Other notable operations included the recovery of 316,800 bottles of codeine syrup at Port Harcourt Ports Complex and the seizure of over 179,000 pills of tramadol and Exol 5 in Kano. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons has arrested one Wadiale Christiana Jacob, also known as Christy Gold, a key member of an international human trafficking syndicate. Gold was arrested on December 31, 2024 at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, upon her return from Dubai for the New Year celebrations. According to the agency, she had been on the run for over 5 years, evading justice after violating her bail conditions and fleeing to the UAE as she had been convicted in absentia for trafficking in underage Nigerian girls for forced prostitution in Dubai. Her arrest came after years of collaboration between NAPTIP, NIS, Interpol and the UAE police. Speaking on the arrest, NAPTIP's Director General Binta Adamu Bello commended the efforts of the NIS and other intelligence agencies, emphasizing the importance of inter-agency collaboration. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up ahead, Nigerian Air Force battles mental health stigma among veterans through cultural event. Plenty more stories after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for joining us again. Let's have another look at some of our top stories. We told you that Kano women train as tricycle riders to serve women and children, bridging transport and employment gaps. Plus, residents protest local government's order to relocate Gwari Market in Taraba State. And now moving on to other stories. 7 workers sustained injuries when a 3-story building under construction collapsed on Saturday afternoon in Aboga along Iguruta Eche Road, Ikwere local government area of Rivers State. Eyewitnesses described the chaotic scene, with some workers jumping to safety while others were trapped beneath the rubble. All were rescued alive, with the last worker pulled out by nightfall and rushed to the hospital, one witness recounted. Rescue efforts involved residents, local authorities, and the River State Ministries of Physical Planning, Urban Development, and Special Duties, utilizing excavators, a fire truck, and ambulances. Commissioner for Physical Planning, Honorable Evans BP, attributed the collapse to the use of substandard materials, particularly undersized rods, and the absence of a government-approved building plan. He emphasized the ministry's resolve to enforce building codes, warning against future violations to prevent similar tragedies. Now, the Nigerian Air Force is going beyond cultural celebrations to address the critical mental and physical health challenges faced by its veterans. This year's base socio-cultural activities in Kano is shining a spotlight on issues such as post-traumatic stress disorder and the struggles of transitioning to civilian life. Trustee Abdulaziz Ibrahim has details.
Against a backdrop of vibrant cultural displays and togetherness, the Nigerian Air Force Base in Kano has become a hub of celebration and reflection. One of the key highlights of this year's bazaar was the health talk sessions. Retired officers shared personal experiences, shedding light on their struggles with PTSD and offering practical advice on navigating the psychological hurdles of life after active duty.
Low mood, the change in sleeping pattern, sleep, feeling of worthlessness. I don't think I am who I used to be before. And then difficulty in concentrating. The worst thing is that when one starts feeling as if he should end his or her life, that is, depression for a long way. How do we go about this? It's still the psychotherapy. You need to come up, explain, bring these issues to the hospital so that things can be done.
So this valley is a more way of strengthening institution and ensuring that the situation that our veterans are is fully understood and their challenges are fully addressed. In enhancing the institutional sustainability, that is why this year's bazaar now is being done together with the Nigerian Post Pali to ensure that these veterans are brought very close and there is direct relationship and engagement between the serving personnel and the veterans.
Amid the laughter and cultural performances, veterans expressed gratitude for the platform to openly discuss issues often stigmatized.
One of the young officers and another, I think the commander of the hospital, talking about PTSD. Those are challenges, not emerging, the challenges that have been there for long, and I believe the initiative of the present-day commanders and service chiefs is handling that.
Traditional dances and displays provided moments of levity and celebration, reinforcing bonds of unity among the community while underscoring the importance of mental well-being.
If you notice, some persons are not of Idoma speaking language, but they joined us in the dance. Because we motivate them as soon as we came in, that we are not much, but they should support us, which they did. Because I will always advise that since we come from different ethnic background, we are not supposed to be partial. We should encourage ourselves to love ourselves and embrace our culture.
Veterans attending the bazaar and other members of the community were reminded of the importance of such initiatives in promoting a high quality of life for those who have served the nation, whether in the past or still in active service. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Trust TV News, Kano.
And now to developments away from Nigeria. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz has accused Hezbollah of failing to honor key ceasefire terms, warning of potential unilateral action by Israel. Katz highlighted Hezbollah's non-compliance with withdrawing beyond the Litani River and dismantling weapons and militant infrastructure as outlined in the November 27 truce agreement. The fragile ceasefire following 2 months of intense conflict has seen both sides trading allegations of violence while the Lebanese army and United Nations peacekeepers are tasked with monitoring compliance. Katz emphasized that Israel would act independently if necessary to ensure the safety of its northern residents. Meanwhile, United Nations peacekeepers have also accused Israel of breaching the ceasefire terms. And finally, in sports, Prince Oke Nwabeke, team manager of Enyimba International, says that Nwankwo Kanu, former Super Eagles captain and executive chairman of the club, has issued a bold directive to the players, insisting that a top 3 finish in the current campaign is the minimum expectation. Enyimba, 9-time champions of Nigeria's top flight, are without a win in 6 games across all competitions and currently sit 9th in the standings with 24 points. However, they have 3 games in hand, having played only 16 matches in the first stanza of the season. The People's Elephant boss, Nwankwo Kanu, has urged his team to elevate their performance in the second half of the season. His target, a top 3 finish to secure a return to continental football in the 2025-2027 season. That's about it on the news update at this moment. Remember, you can always follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs and documentary. I am Aisha Salihu. Thank you for watching.